Hi, Michelle. So she's a very cute mare and very pretty. I'm impressed how white she is. I don't know how you do it. So this is her flat walk right here. Right there's her flat walk. And she's separating her legs nicely. Here you're starting to speed up. And so the way she moves, when you had her loose, she was just trotting, and you can tell that from the way she's kind of moving under saddle that she looks like she's more on the trotty side. She's got good leg separation. She's got a nice head shake going on. You'll see at times she is doing a fox trot when her head's shaking up and down and you have that little soft bounce in the saddle. But at times she also switches to a little bit of a saddle gait. So when they go downhill, they'll usually get a little more lateral here. So a lot of times, even if the horse is fox trotting, when they go down the hill, sometimes they'll switch and go lateral and go more towards the saddle gait. She looks like she's very smooth. I know she's playing. I know she's playing around a little bit there and swishing her tail and all of that, but there she's going a little bit more towards a fox trot. She's still a little bit there. Then she starts to switch more. She's going a little. She's going a little bit more lateral there. It's sometimes hard to feel in the saddle. The foxtrot has a little bit of a spongier bounce, and if they step pace, you'll have a bounce, but it's usually a little bit of a softer bounce. And if you can't tell, you can always turn around and kind of look at their tails. When they're doing the foxtrot, their tail will kind of go back and forth more like a flag. And when they're doing a saddle gait, their tail will bounce up and down. There she really started moving. So the only thing I see is she is switching speeds. And then again, the terrain, because it goes up and down, that'll cause her to switch. Here she's a little bit more lateral. You can kind of see those legs moving on the same side together a little bit better. But you're slowed down, so now she's more back to a flat walk. So the hardest part for people is, what is their horse doing where, and then controlling that horse's speed so they're not changing the gait. So if you want the fox trot, then you want to keep her round when she's going down the hill and go a little bit slower. And when she's doing the foxtrot, her head's going to go up and down some, and her tail's going to kind of move back and forth like a flag. So going down the hill, keep her head lower if you want her in that foxtrot. Think of keeping her head below the top of the saddle so her mouth is a little bit below that chest level there, and round her back out more. Think of a dressage horse. And then when she's coming up the hill, though, she could be like that, because then she's more likely to hold the fox trot, because again, going up the hill makes them a little bit trottier. Going down the hill makes them more lateral. So she's lateral there. So if you wanted the fox trot, I'd bring her head down more. The hard part is feeling the difference when they're doing the two. So you can glance back, look at what their tail is doing. If it's moving more like a flag back and forth, then they're usually doing a fox trot. If it's bouncing up and down, they're usually doing more of a saddle gait. And then their head will shake with the foxtrot, but it won't shake that much with the saddle gait. And in the foxtrot, you're going to feel a bounce up and down. In the saddle gait, you're going to feel more wiggle in the saddle, or it's going to feel completely smooth. And so that's the hard part, is catching where they're doing the difference. But most of the horses, when they're on the trotty side, On the flat and going uphill, they'll go more towards a foxtrot. Going down the hill, they're going to go more towards a saddle gait. So once you know that, then you can keep them rounder if you're trying to get that foxtrot. And you can bring their head up a little bit more if they are getting too trotty. If you like that saddle gait and that's what you're aiming more for, then I would keep her head kind of up chest level and sit back and just kind of half halt to keep that head up. So again, she's a very nice horse. I think you're doing a great job. It's just that she is switching her gaits, and that happens to a lot of people. So it's just being aware of what they're doing where, and then trying to teach yourself how it feels, what it feels like. So you might have to put your phone up and actually put it on slow motion so you can see, ride around, come back, check it so you can see what the horse is doing, and then try it again. But it's usually easier for people to see it in slow motion or to put some different colored boots on her legs, and that might help you to see it if you're not seeing it. So the other thing your mare does, it looks like she has a flat walk, a running walk, a foxtrot, and a saddle gait. She has a lot of things. And it's just choosing what you want her to do. Because some of the times she's kind of going in between a foxtrot and almost a running walk. So if you want her to foxtrot, I would bring her head lower. If you want to do a running walk, keep her head up a little bit. And know if you feel a little bounce in the saddle, she's fox trotting. If you're feeling a smooth or a little back and forth motion, like towards the pommel and the cantle, she's more in a running walk. But usually the faster they go, and if they're on the trotty side, they're going to go more towards that foxtrot. And then if you lift their head way up, that'll usually get them into a saddle gait. So some of it's feel and then the framing up of their body on what the horse is going to do. So when you're watching it in slow motion, again, sometimes it's going a little bit towards the foxtrot, sometimes it's going a little bit towards the running walk. So it can be confusing, but I'd round her out, bring her head down more if you want the foxtrot. If you want the running walk, then keep her head up a little bit between like chest level and your belly button level.